morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nicodemus Rico Irawan.
My name is Wilie Sanjaya. We are from Sanata Dharma University, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Here we will present our research entitled The Effect of Interfacing on the Performance of Basin Style Solar Steel. Clean water is creature needed for survival of all living things on Earth. The human body consists of approximately 70% water. Because water is the universal solvent, according to World Health Organization, that 80% of disease spread due to drink unhealthy water and research of bacteria. It can be concluded that drink water have an important role for human.
There are many ways to get clean water, one of which is using solar energy water distillation. Distillation of solar energy water is one method to purify contaminated water into clean water that can be used for daily need or drinking water. The distillation we use is a basin tap type solar energy water distillation. Basin tap type solar water distillation is simple distillation device, but its efficiency is still low. A common problem with solar water distillation equipment is that its efficiency is still low. There are two important factors that affect efficiency: process of evaporation and condensation. The cause of the low distillation performance is due to the large amount of water mass in the basin, resulting in a very slow process of evaporation of water that occurs in the basin. Addition of wooden plate plus aluminum insulation, where aluminum is used as an absorber to absorb heat would act as an insulator between the absorber and the water in distillation unit.
This is a model of solar energy water distillation unit that we use in the study, with the addition of interfacing in the form of wooden plate plus aluminum. In the study, also use bamboo paper on the absorber, where bamboo paper is used variation the thickness of the tap type solar energy water distillation absorber, and as and by axis utilizing the capillarity of the bamboo paper. In the study, two types of water were used: contaminated water and salt water. Contaminated water use variation the thickness bamboo paper. The first 0.075 mm, second is 0.225 mm, and the third is a 0.375 mm, and conventional as a comparison, while salt water use variation in the salt content. The first 3.5%, the second 7%, and 0% as comparison.
This is a schematic of the tap type distillation unit we use. On the left image is a solar energy water distillation scheme with interfacing or wooden plate plus aluminum. The interfacing use can be seen in the upper left image. Interfacing distillation function is reduced to the volume of water to be heated so that the heat is only focused on the surface on the absorb without involving the volume of water in the water bath. The picture on the right conventional solar energy water distillation scheme or without interfacing. From the research that has been done and with the data that has been obtained, efficiency value of each variation can be calculated as follows. From the result of distilled water variation in the thickness of the bamboo paper and the salt content, it can be seen large water yield in the variation of the thickness of the bamboo paper is obtained in 0.075 mm, which is 100 ml for 2 hours. In the variation, it can be concluded that evaporation condensation process work optimally. The volume of 0.075 mm surface of the absorber plate is smaller so that the evaporation and condensation process work optimally.
While the larger water yield is the variation of the influence of salt content obtained 0% or without salt content, that is 100 milliliters. The addition of 3.5% salt content result is a decrease in the water obtained to 68 milliliter for 2 hours. So it can be concluded that the addition of salt content affect the decrease in the yield of the distilled water.
From the result of the efficiency of variation in the thickness of bamboo paper, the highest efficiency was obtained at the thickness variation of 0.075 mm bamboo paper with an efficiency of 43% for 2 hours. Compared conventional result in the lower with efficiency of 20% for 2 hours. The cause of the high efficiency in the 0.075 mm variation is due to the large evaporation due to the level of capillarity rate originating from the axis of absorber with rich water to the surface of the absorber plate covered with bamboo tissue paper. For bamboo tissue paper, it has thickness of 0.075 mm so that the spread of water that reaches the wick spread faster so that the evaporation process is faster.
From the result of the efficiency of the salt content, the highest efficiency was obtained in the variation of the addition of 0% salt content. The efficiency is 43% for 2 hours. Compare the efficiency of the addition of 3.5% salt content, which is 29% for 2 hours. The cause of the decrease was due to the highest salt content in the water causing the evaporator and condensation process in the distillation unit not work too optimally. The result delta T conventional distillation and tub type water distillation with variation in the thickness bamboo paper. At the beginning, delta T showed the negative value in the conventional distillation only occur to variation in the volume of water is tub type of 2 liters. Conventional distillation delta T are 0 until 25 minutes, so a negative value because it takes more time to heat the water in the absorber bed. After 25 minutes, the temperature of the absorber and glass increase. The result delta T variation in the effect of editing salt content show that the temperature at the delta T increase at the temperature of the three variation.
In this graphic image shown the difference in the temperature of the absorber plate and the water tap. From this graph, you can see the performance of the wooden insulator or insulator, where when there is high difference in the absorber and the water bath, or the water temperature in the water tank does not increase. Interfacing of solar energy water distillation work optimally. So you can see comparison on the graph without interfacing and using interfacing. Without interfacing has no temperature change or conventional. Meanwhile, the interfacing has significant temperature change between the absorber plate and the water bath.
From the conclusion of obtained the research experimentally and two variation of the distillation model of tub type with the wooden plat and the AL participation or aluminium, namely variation in the thickness of the bamboo paper and variation the effect of editing salt content and to distillate water. Based on the result of the study, it can be concluded that maximum yield of the 100 milliliter of distillation water for 2 hours with the efficiency of 43% is produced of the variation in the thickness of 0.075 mm bamboo paper in the distillation unit.
The addition of the wood insulation with aluminum affect the process of evaporation and condensation to work more optimally. The result of the quality of distilled water include water that is stable for consumption. The interfacing effect of solar energy water distillation make the efficiency value of the distillation tool more optimal. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for following our research presentation. We also accept critique and suggestion for our research so as to make this research more development. Thank you.
Thank you.